So I decided to check it out myself. This is RoboCop Rogue City. I'm pretty sure this game is made by a pretty small developer called Tion, T-E-Y-O-N. They are a Polish company. They have formerly done a Terminator game, which I've never heard of, a game called Heavy Fire, Robot Rescue, so not a ton of stuff. This is their first kind of popular release, and you can definitely tell this is a bit of a smaller budget game, but there's a lot of, you can tell there's a lot of love for the source material in this game, and they really nailed, in my opinion, the important bits. The gunplay feels really nice. The ragdolls, the blood and gun impacts, it all feels very cinematic, which you would want in a game like this. They focused on the important bits. And when you're playing as RoboCop, I know this is a very cliche, overused term in game reviews, but you do feel like RoboCop. You don't need to hide behind cover. You're a big, heavily armored super soldier, right? And you feel like a tank with legs, pretty much, when you're playing as RoboCop in this game. So, based on some of the other gameplay videos I saw on YouTube, I decided I needed to give this game a chance, and I'm really glad I did. The demo for this game is currently out on Steam, so if you're watching this and it looks like something you'd be interested in, I would recommend you going and checking it out. I think the full game releases next month in November. Look at this guy. When I first played this, I thought he had dog ears, but I realize now, watching back the footage, that's just his stupid hair. But yeah, if you watch this video and it looks interesting to you, I'd recommend going and checking out, supporting a small developer that's making a pretty interesting and unique game here, with a very interesting IP. Like, you don't see a ton about RoboCop. It's not a big name IP anymore. I think there was a recent movie in like 2019, but it wasn't very well received. And what I love about this is it's totally, completely based on the world of the old one. Like the technology, everything. They don't try to modernize it. They don't try to sci-fi it up. No, this is 1970s, 1980s. And you're a big, metal super soldier, basically. And the voice, they got the voice really good. Yeah, and look at those police uniforms are just so dope. But yeah, I might grab this game at release, actually. That's how much I enjoyed playing this demo. And it's an interesting thing for a small developer, maybe go out and grab one of these intellectual properties that probably is not that expensive to get a license for. I imagine the rights to do a RoboCop game was not that hard to get, because there's not a big clamoring audience for it. But you can still kind of connect into some of that nostalgia a bit. And it's a good premise for an action shooter video game, right? It's a good IP, and look at the way he moves there. this is totally like the old school RoboCop movie, which I haven't seen the original RoboCop movie in forever. I mean, it's a classic, but I haven't watched it and I don't even know how long. But coming up here, this bit, I mean, look at I love the name Greedy Torchhead, and some of the names they use, like you'll call enemies slime balls or scum, like it's just totally 1980s, kitschy awesomeness. But like you got this coming up here. Oh, I love the leg opens up, out comes the pistol, the iconic pistol. And like, boom, headshot, he just goes down. This first little bit of gunplay is a little bit choppy, because my computer didn't like having it on ultra settings while I was recording on OBS. So after this gunfight, I went in and I turned down the graphical settings a little bit so it starts to run smoother now. Pick up that SMG there, I used this for a while. Boom. Like the way guys go down, the ragdolling, and like there's dismemberment too. Like there's a couple times you'll shoot a guy, like you can shoot their arms off, you can shoot their legs off, and the puffs that come up at this shot right here, I get them both in one shot, and look at all that dust, that big dust cloud there, and the second guy kind of just slumps down slowly. Like in my opinion, a low budget game like this, you can skimp on, you know, some of the high quality graphics and some of the polish that a big, you know, $100 million AAA title would have. Boom, got that grenade that blew up right there in my face, but then you can just repair. You can skimp on some of that polish, but they put their budget and their time into what would matter for this game, which was getting the gunplay feeling good. And it does. Like, this has some of the best gun combat of a game I've played in a while. Like, I've been playing Starfield recently, which is a modern AAA title from a big studio. Hundreds of millions of dollars went into making that game. And while this game isn't as deep and immersive as Starfield, it doesn't have as many systems. The combat in this game feels better than Starfield. I've also been playing Cyberpunk 2077 recently. This feels up there combat-wise with that game. And you saw a second ago, like I picked a dude up and just threw him against the wall, like that sort of thing. And then like all the combat in this game, as you saw, I'm just kind of standing there shooting. I use one of those repair packs I have, get back like 50% health. In that aspect, like you just feel like a walking tank. Like, you know, so many shooters nowadays, you have to duck into cover, you have to play very, you know, tactically and smartly so you don't, you know, die, because they try to make it, you know, more realistic, which I do appreciate. That, oh look at this, the breach, and then it goes slow-mo. Boom, boom, headshot. Get that guy the headshot. And like his head just pops, the blood and brains splatter against that back wall. But you know, this, oh look at that, his head just popped like a watermelon. It reminds me of like, you know, like a Duke Nukem type shooter or something like that, you know. It's a RoboCop game, it shouldn't be realistic where you have to, you know, hide and avoid getting shot. It's like, no, he's just gonna, you're gonna shoot him, and he's gonna keep marching towards you. And that's what makes the game fun. And that guy shot his arm off there, his head. Like the gunplay just feels brutal, and even though it's not realistic from the point of view of, you know, you can just get shot a bunch and not die, when you are shooting the human enemies, that part feels realistic because 1-2 bullets, they go down and it's very gruesome, which is realistic. Look at that, I'm just walking forward, there's 4 guys. Oh, this last one, boom, punch him. His head exploded, just a big gruesome punch. Now I haven't seen anything about this, so I don't know the answer here. Yeah, I haven't looked into anything about this game beyond just playing this demo, but I would be curious to know if there are other RoboCop uniforms, suits that you could unlock. Like, could you unlock the RoboCop suit from the remake, the really modern, sleek one? I'm not sure how that would fit into the aesthetic and the gameplay of this game because, you know, you move very clunkily, you move very slowly, you know, that's part of what made RoboCop feel so robotic in the old movie was how his movement. And you move that way here, you know, you're very slow, you're very heavy feeling. I got an assault rifle here. Look at that, bang, bang. 2 shots down. But I would be interested if maybe you can unlock that RoboCop 2019 suit, because even though I didn't really like the movie, I thought that the suit itself was pretty good looking. I thought aesthetically they did that movie well. I just didn't really care for the story much in that movie. But I would enjoy that, or maybe just some different alternative RoboCop suits. I don't think he had any different suits throughout the movies. I've only seen RoboCop 1 and 2, though. There might be more. And I don't, like I said, I don't know if he had other. Let's see, RoboCop 2, 3. Yeah, it looks like he has the same suit in all 3, and there's only 3 of them. Did they have a different actor? Yeah, because Peter Weller was the first RoboCop, and then in RoboCop 2 it's Peter Weller. But RoboCop 3, it's Robert John Burke. Peter Weller isn't even in the movie. So that, yeah, I never saw that one, and I feel like I'm not missing out on much there, just seeing that they have a different actor. But I think some alternate uniforms would be cool, is what I'm saying. And I like that in the reflection he sees his actual, what he used to look like when he was a human. That's very interesting, and there's some bits in this game where it seems like they're going to be playing with the idea of his humanity and how much of him is left as human, how much of him is machine, you know, which is sort of a staple of the cyberpunk genre, of which, you know, a lot of people don't think of RoboCop as a cyberpunk film, but it absolutely is. Just because there aren't, you know, neon signs with kanji and things like that doesn't mean it's not cyberpunk. It's right up there with, you know, Demolition Man and things like that. Just walking down the hallway, just tearing guys up. I kept pressing F to interact with things because I've been playing Cyberpunk 2077. I also like that you pick these things up and it says like crime evidence. You say crime evidence plus 50. I don't know if we need any more evidence here. The crime is that they're shooting people and shooting us. Like, why do we need to gather evidence? I think that's kind of funny. Got a computer monitor here. Throw it at them. Doesn't really do much. But like this sequence here really encapsulates for me. This was the moment I was sold on this game. I'm just standing here in the open, shooting at people. They're shooting back at me, and I'm just walking forward, and I don't care that I'm getting shot. I'm not panicking, trying to find a piece of cover or something. I'm just walking forward, shooting. Like this guy punched them. Like this bit of gameplay is what sold me that I want to get this game. Grab that person, throw them against the window. Switch back to the pistol. There's one guy left, and I'm like, you know what, let's try something here. Out the window. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, that moment right there, so I'm like, alright, I need to buy this game, because that was some of the most fun I've had playing a game in a really long time. Just marching towards the enemy. Like I said, like a tank with legs. And I love that you do your right click and it kind of highlights the enemies a little bit, but there isn't a lock on, so like it's assisting you a little bit and highlighting, showing where the enemies are, but it's not making it so easy that like it's just, basically killing people for you like some games might do. If you had like a lock-on system, like a Dead Eye in Red Dead or something. This breach here, you have the hostage. You see, they actually turn their guns on the hostage. Look at that. We come in. Yeah, that's so cool. That breach system rocks. And I love the interaction you have with your partner. And the way you have RoboCop walking straight, making a left, like a hard right, left turn there. And this bit I thought was cool. I don't know if this will happen again in the game, obviously, but this bridge here is rigged to explode. You go down, and then notice there's actually a crack in your visor. And then, like, that's just there, obviously. And then your systems don't work anymore, like the targeting system no longer works. So you're kind of like, at this point, you're kind of just a human. Yeah, recovery in progress. I don't know, maybe it does come back a little bit, but I thought that was kind of a unique thing. Like your robotic systems are broken or malfunctioning here. Like that you walk through the door, and now you're in a different spot. As you see, disoriented me a little bit there. So things are malfunctioning, kind of, which I think is cool. And then here's the really nice set piece bit here to end this demo. You breach the room, and everything, you don't have your targeting. Everything is kind of look at that, you have that guy back there. And you save the hostages, but yet everything is like, it's kind of cloudy, broken vision, since your visor is broken. And this guy's the hostage. But this isn't the main guy. This whole segment's interesting here as well, because again, this is kind of the human versus machine bit. He is seeing his wife, and she's speaking to him, as his wife, even though you cut back here and you can see that it's not her. And RoboCop he's hesitating, he's malfunctioning here. And, this guy's kind of getting weird and nervous about it. This woman's filming it, which of course is going to come back to bite us later, of course. And RoboCop is just standing there. He can't do anything. He's kind of paralyzed with, I don't know, fear, but his humanity. So your partner steps in, saves the day. Man, I'm really impressed. I mean, truly, I'm really impressed by this game being done by a small studio, like I said. And this lady is she's saying like, "Get it away from me." You can see, even though you can't really see his emotions, you can tell by his body language a little bit that it upsets him that she's talking about him like that, you know? Like, she doesn't see him as a person, because, I mean, he is a person still, but he is also a machine, and, you know, it's gonna be a big theme of the game, obviously a big theme of this genre in general. But yeah, man, that is RoboCop Rogue City. I would definitely recommend going and checking out the demo if this looked impressive to you. I am super impressed with this game. I'm definitely going to be picking this one up on full release, but if you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content just like this almost every single day. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.